Hey, what's up, people? So, I'm checking out this post from Censored Man or Censored Men. It says presidential candidate Dr. Cornel West delivers a speech on Palestine. Don't let anybody else tell you that because you love the Palestinians and Palestinian babies that you hate somebody else. I'm gonna play this video, and I really need to speak to this point because I feel like I like Cornel West, but sometimes he makes me concerned. I'm gonna tell you why. Not because of this, because everybody deserves justice. Let's be clear. But what unnerves me when it comes to Cornel West is I feel like he can be used by anybody. Anybody who's going through something, I feel like he's going to be a mascot for simply because, he cares so much. And I wonder would that focus, you know, be easily manipulated. Like, for example, let's say we're going through something this side of town when it comes to the United States. Is he going to sit up there and go hard in the paint for a whole nother country, to the detriment of where he lives? That's the thing that actually worries me when it comes to him, because I'm not trying to sound funny style when I say this, but he comes across as somebody who would feed the neighborhood before he feeds his house. But let me play this video.
Humanity from a people for 400 years have been terrorized, traumatized, and hated, and we dish out love warriors and freedom fighters every generation, which means that we stand in solidarity with anybody who's occupied, anybody who's subjugated, anybody who's exploited, and that's why we focus on Gaza at this moment, because a genocidal attack is taking place.
Yeah.
10,000 dead and 4,000 precious children. And don't let anybody tell you that because you love Palestinians and Palestinian babies that you hate somebody else. It just doesn't follow what our brothers and sisters. We don't hate Jewish brothers. We don't hate Jewish sisters. We don't hate Jewish siblings. We loathe, we hate a vicious Israeli occupation. We loathe and we hate a vicious siege against Gaza. And the least we can do at this moment of overwhelming barbarity is...
Now, here's the thing. Is that sentiment mutual? Is that sentiment mutual? Coming from the Arab world? Coming from the Palestinians? Because I'm tired of being used. This is why black people are not getting in the mix of this conflict. I don't mind seeing people's humanity, but I will not see the humanity of people who do not acknowledge man. I'm just not in the business of doing that because it's parasitical. I don't have a problem speaking up for what's just. I don't have a problem speaking up for what's right, but I'm not going to sit up here and be used. And I've seen way too many people from other groups fall in line with systematic racism when they come this side of town, or even from their own nations, even from where they live. Black people live on the outskirts, the place over there, quote unquote, off to a corner and are marginalized. I've seen this kind of stuff done casually. Even when they come here, they fall to that kind of mindset. So, that leaves me conflicted when it comes to showing concern. Now, as a political official, I understand you have to toe the line, you have to make a stance, about what's right and wrong. But I'm going to be honest with you. There has to be mutual respect. They have to respect that. They have to respect our grievances also before I start jumping in the mix of this and that. And I'm not talking about from the standpoint of saying a prayer or, holding up a sign or wearing a t-shirt or, getting into a march or a parade. No, what the hell are you physically doing to challenge racism in your own land, quarters, where you live, your own neighborhood? Like, what are you doing to make sure, I'm not afflicted? Because I'm going to be honest with you, man, it is so hard to show concern for people who don't give a damn about you. It is a very difficult thing to do.
All right, let's get what's your name? Matro? What's up, brother?
Yes, sir, bro. Yeah, just had a question. Why do you have such an isolationist policy when it comes to the Israeli-Palestine conflict?
I have a what policy?
Like you're basically you're just like, I'm neither on either side. I'm just like, I'm minding my own business.
Right. I'm just giving the same energy. Same energy. You know, treat others as they treat you. I'm treating them the same way they treat us.
Don't you think it's, the enemy of the enemy is my friend policy is better?
How about the golden rule? I'm gonna treat everybody like they treat us. When shit going on over here with us, ain't nobody saying nothing, ain't nobody helping us, ain't nobody doing nothing. So I'm gonna let them do what they do. They let us do what we do, we'll let them do what they do. Why is it our obligation to hop up and put a cape on?
Well, it's not so much that you have to put a cape on. It's like you're bringing more allies to your side, because there's one side that's clearly, being a culture vulture to your, culture, and
Which side is that?
I think it's very clear which side that is.
I don't know which one you're talking about. Because
the side that has the most music producers in the industry.
Oh, okay. Because when I look at both sides, it's looking kind of funny. And I talked about this the other day because when we have police officers who are trained to whoop down on us, they get trained over there in Israel. When we go in certain stores, some of these store owners who call the cops on us are Palestinian. The cops, the people who called the police on George Floyd were Palestinian. There was a Palestinian serial killer running around Flint, stabbing black folks. A lot of these little liquor stores that's in these neighborhoods exploiting us and calling the cops and beating us down. Some of these are Palestinians. So
yeah, but what does that have to do with the movie itself? Like, I don't see any Palestinians getting involved in the hip hop industry except DJ Khaled.
Yeah, he's in the industry, but hell, the music industry is run by a whole bunch of different people. But that's neither here nor there. All of them are anti-us. So why should we put on the cape for any of them?
No, I'm not saying to put on the cape. I'm saying to kind of like, gain more allies in the fight, especially
what allies? I mean, they had 1 million years to be allies. If they haven't been allies to us now, they're not going to start. We've been putting the cape on and fighting for everybody, and when it comes to us, everybody's twiddling their thumbs. When is the allyship going to kick in?
Well, I mean, you can gain new allies. It doesn't have to be.
Dude, we've been gaining. We've been trying to gain allies for the last 60 years. We've been fighting for immigrants to come over here. We've been stomping for everybody, helping everybody get rights over here with the DACA programs. That's the Dreamer program named after our black icons. When are the allyships going to come in? When is it going to benefit us?
No, it's not about necessarily benefiting you at the moment. It's more of acquiring new allies in your fight, especially with this new movie coming out.
Okay, if we got allies in the fight, what's the purpose of having allies if we're not going to benefit from the allies?
Who's to say you wouldn't benefit from them in the future?
Have we benefited from them in the past?
You're talking about I guess you're talking about Africans, but that has nothing to do with Palestinians.
I'm talking about any so-called allies, any non-FBA allies. How have we benefited from anybody, any of them, any allies? How have we benefited from them?
Sometimes addition by subtraction is a good thing too. I mean,
that's called babbling. So you can't even name anything. That proves my point, sir. We don't have any allies. Ain't nobody allying with us. When it comes to us getting some help, with 2 + 2 = 4, you're just saying anything. But then we're supposed to go jump in front of the damn smoke bombs for everybody else. No, thank you.
If you'd come to me in friendship, then the scum that ruined your daughter would be suffering this very day. And if by chance an honest man like yourself should make enemies, then he would become my enemies. And then they would fear you.